Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This will be your weekly pick-a-pile reading for the week ahead, May 8th through the 14th. We have 3 piles to choose from. Take a moment to pause the video and pick whichever crystal or the artwork on the cards, or maybe it's the number, whatever you're drawn to the most. Go ahead and pick whichever one calls to you. Hello there, Pile 1. If you chose the Sodalite with the Tarot of the Wild Tarot of the Unknown, this will be your reading for the week of May 8th through the 14th. And Mercury goes out of retrograde on the 14th, so that's good news at the end of the week. What messages do we have for my Pile 1? What messages want to come through for my Pile 1s for the week of May 8th through the 14th? Right out of the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. So it looks like it's a week of action and coming into your power. I feel like a lot of you, including myself, were really tired with the full moon and the eclipse energy, and maybe some of you feel like you're getting your energy back and all those things that you jotted down, tasks that you wanted to complete, some goals that you had. This week you may have the energy to put them into action and start working on them. Sometimes you have thoughts and ideas, but making them become a reality is another story. What else do we have for my Pile 1s? Ooh, it's looking good for you so far. So we have if you have a person on your mind, this is looking really good for that, like really good. So we've got the Ace of Cups in your energy. So you're looking to possibly have some new beginnings in your love life, whether it's with a new person or reaching a new level with your current person. So we have the Justice card in the reverse. I feel like both of you have been through a lot together, and you know, your love for one another was stronger than whatever life was throwing at you, because we've got them in the Father of Cups energy, so they definitely are emotionally mature. And we've got the Three of Cups in the reverse here, in the present energy. So maybe a lot of you have been drinking and partying a lot lately and might be feeling like crap. Maybe you're hungover right now, thinking, girl, who you telling? And then in the energy between both of you this week, it looks like we have the Magician card in the reverse. There may, and with that Three of Cups in the reverse, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like maybe there's somebody outside of your connection that may be trying to meddle, that may be trying to manifest you or them, like maybe you have an ex that's dipping up in your business, or they do. I mean, but the connection's strong enough where it shouldn't really affect that. And then we've got the Son of Swords and their energy. I feel like they're very honest and they're starting to open up to you a lot more about what's going on. And I feel like because they have nothing to hide, I don't really think that they're being deceitful. You know, it may be other people outside of your connections trying to bring drama in, but you know, if both of you have reached that level of emotional immaturity, you can just have a good laugh about it and let them fall off. Because in the future energy, we have the Ace of Wands for you, Pile 1. They definitely have passion for you. It's also, talks about the beginnings of new creative endeavors, probably both. And with the present, or rather future energy between the two of you, we have the Two of Cups. So I think this is something that's long-lasting. And if you're not dealing with another person, this could be talking about reaching your own level of self-love and emotional fulfillment, or creative new projects. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But if you're dealing with a love situation, this is looking really good. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in their energy for the future. So that's all about becoming the master of your craft, willing to learn, willing to work on things to reach the highest level that you can. So in a love situation, I would say that, yeah, they want to put in the work for you. They want to put in the work of what it takes to make the relationship work, which most of it comes together naturally. You know, but they're willing to learn about you, learn about what you like and what you don't like, and how to better communicate with you. Hopefully that all made sense for you, my Pile 1s. So I'm gonna get some shuffles and see what actions this person is gonna take towards you. I think it's all pretty self-explanatory, not that you need it, but why not? What actions is Pile 1's person gonna take towards them? Well, those wanted to jump right out of the deck. So both of you pretty much are comfortable, and you're comfortable enough with communicating with each other that I don't feel like you really have any questions. This is about the completion of a cycle. Maybe you're both closing out old chapters and, you know, having the new beginnings with one another. And this is also the card of this, and the Wheel of Fortune are the cards of let go and let God. So I feel like you're both just leaving it up to the universe and God, and you know that it's got you. And then we've got the King of Pentacles also, so that talks about in context with everything else. Now, sometimes that can be slow-moving energy, but I think in your case, it's slow and steady, so I feel like everything is pretty solid and stable. Besides the emotional, I mean, it's pretty balanced. You've got the emotional connection with that Ace of Wands you had, the passion is there. And, you know, maybe they might be kind of, you know, going slow with you, but you know that it's solid. You don't need the cards to tell you that. And can I get an outcome for my Pile 1? What's the outcome for my Pile 1s? Alright, the outcome for my Pile 1s here. Right out of the bottom of the deck, that Magician in the reverse came up. Man, this person that's outside of your connection just doesn't give up. And then with the Two of Cups in reverse, so I feel like somebody outside of your connection is trying to meddle and break you guys up. And what do we have? The Wheel of Fortune. That person on the outside can't let go and let God, is what I think. They just don't want to let this go for whatever reason, whether it's your ex or their ex. I mean, and really, as far as that goes, the outcome's up to you. You don't have to let this person in, especially if they're disrespecting you or your person. You know, you guys don't have to let this other person in. Cut them off, block them. You know, and if you're dealing with a dangerous situation, I mean, take matters in accordance to what's gonna keep everyone the safest. I hope that it's not some kind of dangerous energy, hopefully not. I'm getting maybe that they're just extremely annoying and just don't get it through their freaking thick skull. And we've got the World in reverse there. Yup, in spite of whatever ding-dong is trying to get in the middle of you guys' connection, with that Lovers card here, it's just not gonna happen. You know, and if it's strong enough and meant to be, you're not gonna let somebody in and mess with what you have. And there's also 2 geese. If you know anything about geese, try to guess what a goose is gonna do when you mess with their loved ones, their family, or their goose partner. Yeah, you guessed it, they don't play. And they chase you, they hiss at you and they chase you, so good luck with whoever's trying to dip up in your stuff. Let me get some oracle cards for my pile 1s. And see if we have any other messages that are coming through for my pile 1. Alright, so we have see yourself in nature, and change is unavoidable. So, you know, maybe a fun idea that you could do with your person, maybe go hiking, get outside, even if you're not being active. You know, you can go sit in the backyard or sit on the front porch, go to a park. You don't have to necessarily be hiking to enjoy nature. You can literally just sit by the water somewhere if there isn't water. You know, find a peaceful spot to just sit, and just taking yourself out of your usual environment, you might end up having some really great conversations. And change is unavoidable. I think maybe it's saying whoever that is trying to meddle, they're just gonna have to get over it. They don't have a choice. Alright, pile 1, I hope that resonated for you. If it doesn't make any sense, you could pick another pile. If it doesn't jive with you at all, then maybe it's not your reading this time. Well, I hope you have a great second week of May. Thank you, pile 1. We'll move on to my pile 2 next. Hi there, pile 2. If you chose the lovely apophyllite crystal here with the Light Seers deck, this will be your reading for the week of May 8th through the 14th. And if you didn't already know, Mercury moves out of retrograde on Sunday the 14th. So that's definitely good news for a lot of you if you've been struggling. Hopefully you've taken advantage of the eclipse energy to brainstorm some ideas and maybe for inner reflection. Mercury retrograde isn't all about frazzled nerves. There's plus sides to it too. Hopefully you've all gotten the rest that you so much deserve. What messages can we get for my... Wow, cards jumping right out of the deck here. What messages can I get for my pile 2s for the week of May 8th through the 14th? I don't know how much the camera's picking up on it, if my air conditioner's too noisy. Hopefully it's not too distracting. I live on a second floor with south-facing windows, so even though it's not that hot, it gets extra roasty in here. I have a pet chinchilla. They can't be in really hot temperatures. Alright, pile 2, so for overall energy on the bottom of the deck, plus the card that just flew out, so we've got the 7 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Alright, so right off the bat, I think that someone in your life, who doesn't have someone like this in their life, or hopefully they won't last long, someone's being deceptive with you. Somebody's telling lies, they may be even stealing from you. It may not be physical items, it could be unjustifiably stealing your energy, stealing your love, when they have no plans to give it back in return. because we have that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like somebody's putting on a big front, like they're the Ten of Pentacles. They're trying to make it look like they're totally your BFF and that they have your back, and they're being deceptive. They're making it look like they're everything that you want. They're lying, and they know they're lying. They just want the assets from you, whether it's materialistic, it could be an ego boost, it could be they like the attention that they get, they like the way that you make them feel, but do they actually want to give to you? You know, and that may be what was going on in your past that you're just coming out of, because we have that Three of Swords in the reverse that talks about healing, so maybe that's the situation that you've been healing from. And we have, that makes sense because with that Ten of Swords in the reverse, that talks about you hit rock bottom, you felt like you were stabbed in the back, and you're coming up from hitting rock bottom. So, you know, whatever it is that this person did, it hurt you pretty badly, and you're healing from it now. And we've got the Six of Swords, so I feel like you're having a hard time moving on from this, but you're still doing it. And this may be, you may be bummed out about maybe some travel plans didn't work out the way that you planned it, or maybe this person was supposed to go on a trip with you and they backed out at the last minute. That may be for some of you. I don't know if that's your story pile too. Ooh, we do have the Magician here, so I think that you are resourceful, you're coming into your power. I think that somebody else that's kind of, you know, in the background, maybe trying to manifest you. Like, somebody's hoping that you come towards them, and this most likely is a person that's not the crummy person that we're dealing with here, a different person. And it could be, you know, if you don't have a new person coming in, this is talking about you, you know, taking advantage of your resources to the best of your abilities to make the most out of what you have. Even though this person crapped all over you, I think that you are still being grateful for everything that you have and using your resources in the wisest way possible. And in the future energy here, so the images in my mind that I'm getting is, so we've got the Empress in reverse. This talks about manipulative bitch energy. I kind of have a feeling you may be a male, whether you're dealing with another male or a female. That's just the feeling that I get with everything all together here. And with that Four of Pentacles, you're like, I'm saving my heart for somebody that deserves it. This talks all about holding back. So you're taking back your power, you're taking back your energy, and you're reserving it from somebody that deserves it. You're taking it back from this manipulative person here. And with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like it's possible that the person you were dealing with before, maybe they weren't financially independent and they were full of excuses and expected you to carry the weight. That may or may not be your story. It may or may not fit here. So let me get a message on what actions is this person gonna take towards my pile twos. Now, it could be that past person you're dealing with if you're hanging on to hope and you're really wondering if they're gonna turn it around, or you want to know about your new person. Whichever fits, that's on your mind the most. That's who I want you to think about. And I saw that that card there flew out of the deck, so I'm gonna read that and see what that says. What actions is my pile twos person gonna take? Whichever person you're wondering about the most, don't feel dumb for wondering about the past person that did you dirty. If you really cared for them and had feelings for them, you can't help but be hopeful sometimes. So we've got the Ten of Cups. I feel like you were wondering about that past person and if there's hope. Unfortunately, I don't think so. You deserve better than that. The Ten of Cups in the upright talks about the happily ever after. You can see the couple, it's all happy and rainbowy and sunshiny, and there's even kids. And that talks about even having a family together, whether it's actual human children, it could be animals, it could be your friend circle, but because it's in the reverse, I don't think that past person is going to be worth your time. Not because you're not worthy, but because they're just not on your level. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse again. They're still gonna try to front. And with that Page of Cups in the reverse on top of that, they're emotionally immature. So you can try to work it out. I mean, follow your intuition more than what the cards say or what I say. But I think that you are too good for this person from your past that you're thinking about. Or it may be someone you're still dealing with currently. You know the scoop. So what actions is my pile 2's new person gonna take towards them? If any, you may just chill by yourself for a while. There doesn't always have to be a new person coming in. You can just be by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you learn and grow. What actions are we gonna get from my pile 2's new person that may be coming in? So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the Fool card and the Six of Pentacles. So this new person that you're thinking about, if they're not here already, it could be somebody that you already know. It could be somebody you haven't met or thought about yet. With that Seven of Pentacles, you may be wondering, are they worth your time? Are they gonna end up being a waste of time, just like the last person? With that Fool card, and this is actually the actions that they're taking towards you, but that's what came to me. They want to dive headfirst into this. They are ready whenever you are, pile 2. And with that Six of Pentacles, they definitely do have a lot of love to give to this connection. They may be generous financially. They may gift you a lot. They may get you gifts. But if it doesn't have to do with material things, I think that it's talking about that they're going to be generous with their emotions and with their love and with their time. And you're not going to have to question anything. When you feel like you don't need the cards anymore to tell you things, and you don't have to wonder, you're not confused, and you don't have to question it, that's when you know that you're with the right person. You may have your ups and downs where you may have a few, challenging rough spots where, you might go to the cards or you're looking for them to verify, everything that you already know. But if you find yourself asking the cards a lot of questions, then you have to ask yourself, well, how come I'm not getting that communication from this person? I should have the answers to all of this. Maybe not all of it, but... And as far as the outcome goes, I think you may be out of balance for a little bit. The person that you're dealing with may possibly even be a Sagittarius. And the Two of Pentacles, you may have a tough time deciding whether or not to walk away from this past person. You will, and I feel like you're really drained and burnt out on it right now. You're just done, like you've exhausted all your options. And with the Moon, I feel like truths may be hidden from you initially, and down the road, you're gonna find out information about this current or past person that's the negative one, and it's gonna show you exactly why it's really good that you moved on from them, if that makes any sense. So let's get some Oracle cards for my pile 2s. What messages from my Oracle cards can we get for my pile 2s? I shouldn't say my Oracle cards. I didn't create them. They're not my own. But what messages can we get from the Oracles here for pile 2? Any additional messages that pile 2s needed to hear? Love without condition. And seek the lesson. So, I mean, to me it looks like you gave unconditional love to this person, and it's asking you to love without condition with somebody that deserves your love. And as you heal, try to focus on the lesson that you learned out of this, of what you want and don't want. It does help you heal when you try to look for the lesson. Easier said than done, though. Alright, my pile 2s, I don't know if that made any sense for you. Hopefully that resonated, and if it didn't, check another pile. Otherwise, this may not be your reading, and it may not be the messages that were meant for you. So I hope you have a great rest of your second week of May, and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you, Pile 2. Hello there, my Pile 3s. If you chose the pink opal with the Muse Tarot, this will be your reading for the week of May 8th through the 14th. And Mercury moves out of retrograde on Sunday the 14th, so if you've been challenged by that, hopefully, things will start to look a little sunnier for you, Pile 3. What messages do we have for my Pile 3s for the week of May 8th through the 14th? Feel like that one is meant to be, so I'll go ahead and read that with your cards here, Pile 3. So right out of the bottom of the deck for overall energy, ooh, I love it, the High Priestess. Along with the Five of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So, the High Priestess. So that's all about using your intuition. And I feel like because you've done a really good job trusting your intuition and seeking spiritual knowledge and higher knowledge and getting in tune with your higher self and using your divine feminine energy to manifest and take advantage of the flow of letting things come to you rather than trying to force, I feel like that's ended some conflict for you that you had going on. You just threw your hands up and walked out of a situation that was drama, and now you're enjoying the fruits of your labor with that Seven of Pentacles. The seeds that you planted, you're watching them bloom. And what else do we have for my Pile 3? So, Two of Swords, a decision needs to be made. Along with we've got the King of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I think that you may be this may or may not fit your story. It looks like you may be dealing with, they may be fire signs. I feel like they're two males. It doesn't have to be. It's a energy. It's not really a gender. So you're dealing with somebody that's got player, immature type of energy, and then you've got somebody that's more mature and very powerful and quick-witted and snappy and energetic and adventurous. So, maybe you've been having a tough time trying to decide which one is a better match for you. And I feel like they're so similar, and it was hard to tell which one makes the most sense. That also could be talking about being at a crossroads, trying to make a decision with whether you should move forward or not. If this isn't a love situation, it could be talking about two different jobs. It could be talking about your current job is burning you out. Most people's jobs burn them out to some degree. And you're trying to move forward possibly to a different job, but you're worried, well, what if that one burns me out too? And you may be having some decision fatigue. And I feel like decision fatigue was also a theme of a previous reading I did last week for the pick-a-pile. And what do we have in our future energy here for my Pile 3s? So we've got the Strength in the reverse. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. And we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. So if you were dealing with a situation with a lover, I feel like they just couldn't, it felt like they just couldn't make up their freaking mind, and you felt like they were holding back, or maybe because they weren't making you feel secure in the connection, maybe you held back because you didn't want to give your energy and your love to a connection that wasn't reciprocating. And with that Five of Emotions, also called the Five of Cups, I feel like you're healing from it and you've decided to move on and that it wasn't worth your time. You followed your intuition and it told you to move on, so that's what you're trying to do right now. And can I get, what future actions is Pile 3's person gonna take if we are dealing with a love situation? And if it's not a love situation, we'll see what comes through and apply as needed. I'll keep that one. Too many fell out. That one's yelling at me. Actually, those two are. And this one, you got a lot. I just follow my instinct. I have a pattern and a system, but if the cards are yelling at me that they want to pop up, I don't deny them. So we've got the Two of Cups here. With the Devil. And the King of Pentacles. Chariot in the reverse. And we've got with the Knight of Wands again. So I feel like an earth sign may be coming towards you, and it doesn't have to be an earth sign. You've got a new relationship on the horizon, but you're tempted by this other person that's the fire sign or has that player fiery energy. You do have somebody stable coming towards you, but you're having a hard time healing from this person. You've made the conscious decision to heal, but you're just having a hard time executing the action because you've got that Chariot in the reverse, and that talks about lack and trouble with forward movement. So I guess maybe it's best to stay single for now. I mean, you don't have to be completely healed to start something new, but at least to a point where you feel like it makes sense to move forward. What's the advice for Pile 2? Can I get some advice for Pile 2? I mean, I'm sorry, Pile 3. What's the advice for my Pile 3s? I apologize for that. So we've got the Strength and the Upright. I think it's trying to tell you, stick to your guns, Pile 3. If you know that person wasn't showing up for you the way that they should, and you've given them so many chances to, you know, come together with you and it's not happening, it's reminding you you're making the right decision, stick to your guns, and, you know, don't break your own promises, the promises that you make to yourself. It's important to keep your own promises. Yeah, and with that Ace of Wands in the reverse, along with the Five of Swords in the reverse, I think it's saying now is not the time for starting anything new as far as a relationship goes. And with that Five of Swords, I think that, you know, you should take this time to heal from the conflict that you just made it out of. I don't know if that resonates for you, Pile 3. Hopefully that makes sense for you. If it didn't, pick a different pile. If none of them make sense, maybe the reading isn't meant for you today. And what kind of messages can I get for my Pile 3s from the Oracle cards here? Love that you are different. And be patient. I would say that that makes sense, and this love that you are different kind of gives insight to your situation. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe the person that you were dealing with tried to make you feel bad for being weird, and they expected you to be normal. Oh, no, no, no. No, that is not what we do. You continue to be yourself and be more of who you are. Because the people that aren't meant to be connected to you, it may repel them. As long as you're not being mean or disrespectful in any way, be yourself. And if it pushes people away, well, then they weren't meant to be your people. And it'll draw the people to you that are meant to connect with you, that vibe with your energy. I mean, you'd be miserable anyways if you try to fake being something that you're not to appease somebody else who's probably boring as hell anyways. And be patient, exactly. You know, the right people will show up in your life, and, you know, this could be talking about friendship, it could be talking romantically. I'm a big believer, I know this sounds cliche, but I'm a huge believer in your vibe attracts your tribe. Don't try to front something that you're not, because you're not going to attract the things that are meant for you. Alright, my pile threes, I hope that made sense for you. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Your great second week of May, and happy ending of Mercury retrograde on the 14th. Well, thank you for watching, everyone.